First order of business tonight is approval of the minutes of the previous meeting, 1/21/26.
I would move that the minutes be approved as written.
Second?
All those in favor? Thank you, Kim. Selectmen's comments. Tom?
Yeah, a couple things. One bit of bad news, I don't want to take Tim's thunder here, but we did not get the community action grant to pay for the bulkhead project. So it looks like we're going to have to look for probably another grant. We'll find another grant to apply for. But we got the rejection letter from that, Kim, like last week or something?
Yeah, I believe it was last Thursday. But I did get a notification, and Susan Collins is doing another waterfront grant, and I looked into it yesterday. But the only problem is it is a reimbursement grant only, and we have to do a 5% matching grant for it. So I reached out to Nikki. She's going to look into it and see if her organization and also Read and Read would comp the grant portion of it. So maybe we might be able to apply for it.
We should probably get Tim in to talk to him. Talk to Tim and see.
Yeah, I sent that to Tim as well,
Okay.
so I kept everybody in the loop. So hopefully they're going to look into it, and we'll see if that is anything.
So the communication committee is reorganizing the website to make it a little bit easier to find stuff. And so we've got an ambitious project kind of teed up to do that. One thing to be aware of, we talked about this at the communication meeting, we're obliged to have an ADA compliant website by April of 2027, which may mean spending some money next year on either some services from Town Web, or we might want to look at a different vendor or something. But in order to be compliant with that, we're going to definitely have to do some work for the website to be accessible. That's things like making sure the colors are contrasting, make sure that screen readers can read things for people that are blind and stuff like that. So, and we're going to do another newsletter this week. I wanted to know if the board had any upcoming events that they thought, other than obvious things, anything that the board...
Town meeting.
What's that?
Town meeting.
Town meeting.
Town meeting we'll put on there, yeah.
Well, we just got the schedule right for the RSU.
Yep. RSU
Which
committee.
so Jenny or somebody got Kim the schedule, and I think frankly, put it on the website and
Yeah.
get it out.
RSU budget meetings, yeah?
Well, it shows everything, the whole timeline, and a lot of folks had asked about that and said that we didn't give them enough
Yeah, we'll do that.
information, so it's
What
public.
time period is this going to cover before you do, between this coming newsletter and the next one after that?
Those have been coming out every 6 weeks or so,
Oh,
but maybe it'll be, hopefully it'll be more frequently. Just
We do it more frequently.
we need to get
have
more people to contribute things to
things to
it.
put in it.
information,
That's-
yeah, right. Well, she has a great timeline. That I know that a lot of people
Anyway,
ask.
so that's it for me.
All right, just a few things. So first of all, I spoke with Devin Eaton at MDOT yesterday. DOT now owns these traffic lights out here. So this is not, they had to obtain them from the contractor. I don't know if you folks remember, until the new ones come in, which is down the road a little bit. So if there are any glitches with the lights, with timing or problems, we can reach out to Devin or DOT and not Read or anybody else. But had a good conversation with Ruth yesterday. Couple of things. She thinks they're still on schedule for all this stuff down here, this permitting, and they're doing a DOT agreement because they're going to be on DOT property on the south side of the project and that sort of thing. The one thing she did throw out, though, was DOT has a landscape architect, and she's suggesting that we could have a meeting in the next couple months regarding some of the planting that may go on down here on the property. And we could use that service, and that would help keep costs down for whomever. The only thing she said, if anybody, can think of anything to bring to that meeting, you know, like obviously there was an apple tree taken out, and there were this, that, and the other. If there's something that, I don't know, if the historical society or if anybody has any suggestions of trees, I mean, probably not gonna put in elm trees, right?
I just wouldn't want anything planted too close to the intersection so that it would be.
Right.
There are some intersections in this town that you have trouble seeing around because of the foliage, you know.
Yeah. So Debbie, if you talk to the group, if you ever want to just, if anybody has any.
So we're looking for trees
Yeah, specific types of trees, so it's basically this area down here. So
at the bottom of the hill.
yeah, and so the area that the town did its work in to put back some of the vegetation that was taken out. I mean, she just said that at that meeting, it would be nice to say, wow, there was an apple tree or two that folks felt partial to, and there was this and that. I'm not really a super tree guy. I don't know.
Probably should wait until the
We
new
should
road.
plant stuff.
Well-
We should plant stuff that's never going to
Yeah.
get high enough to take out a power line.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, I assume it's a maple tree or an oak tree, or I don't know, things that will grow nice long time down the road
Yeah,
somewhere.
but some of those things are gonna interfere with the lines.
Right, but if they're back on the, I mean, remember, it takes in the property.
Right.
Yeah, so it's not restricted to the road.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was kind of cool. The last thing I have is Barbara Richards from the Garden Club would like to come to the board, come see the board with some of her members at the first meeting in March. Kim, I have reached out to you about this, if they could. The first select board meeting in March,
Barbara Richards from who, I'm sorry?
the Bath Garden Club.
Oh, Garden Club,
Yeah,
okay.
they have some ideas for the area out front, which I know we never dug up. And
We should dig it up before they,
Yes.
if they want to plant something. That would be, actually, that would work out great because we've got to dig that up. We've got to take the ramp off, dig
Right.
that up, put a drainage in and
Right.
everything. And then if they wanted to come over and plant,
Yeah.
replant a garden there, that would be great.
so they're looking to tell us what they're thinking, and I think they might want to know if we have a few $100 to help kick in towards things, but more than anything, let's have them come, see what they got to say.
So you want them the first meeting in March? We are meeting with Jason Libby.
Will you tell me? I can tell her whatever, if you want it to be the second meeting in March.
Yeah, let's do the second
Okay,
meeting.
the
Yeah.
second meeting.
But in the meantime, we should get a contractor in to
Yeah.
give us a price on what it's gonna cost to do
Right.
that.
The biggest thing there, though, is we gotta figure out what we're gonna do with the handicap ramp, because it kind of all goes together, right?
Right.
So if the ramp gets removed for reconstruction or new construction, then obviously, David, we could stay out of the pavement, right? So that minimizes disturbance and keeps the cost down. But I don't know, as we ever really ironed out the ramp, did we? Part of it was good, part of it was bad.
Yeah, I think the ramp needs to be replaced. I mean, the boards on it keep coming up, and that's
Yeah.
because I think the boards underneath are rotting away and not holding the nails anymore. So we know we need, or at least I'm convinced, we need to replace the ramp. So I would say we do the excavation and then we put back another wooden ramp.
Right. But we gotta do it so it's a fairly narrow time frame, right?
Right. It's gotta be fairly quick, because we could put a temporary board or something out
Yeah.
by the other one, just so people,
Yeah.
once they get over the threshold, the front door always was not handicapped.
Yeah, exactly, the front door is still handicap accessible.
Right.
It's just,
So we have the automatic door opener and everything else, so I don't think it's too much of a,
Right,
you know,
but,
when
right,
you put a little hot top out there just to get people
Right.
up over the.
because we would take away an exit.
Right.
or egress.
But, but I think we should coordinate that. I would like to see us do that this spring so we don't keep having the flooding problem
Yeah.
down south.
Yeah, I think we narrowed it down pretty much to what we think is the, let's see, I guess that's it.
Okay.
That's it, I told you the other things there, no,
Yep.
yeah.
All right. I had a quick question, Dan, for you. Years ago, a volunteer with the EMS service did that running route book. Have you seen it? You
Oh,
look
yeah,
up-
yeah.
You look
I
up
have
any
copies of that.
road in
I
town
don't know
and
who
it
did
tells you how to
that.
get to it. That is so outdated now.
I
mean,
know.
there's a dozen or more new
Yeah.
roads that have been added.
It's the town map is also outdated, the big one we have.
I think you guys spend more time out there. Do you think anybody on your
You know, it might be
group
something
might
that-
be interested in just updating the?
I wish we had the original file for it rather than having to retyping that whole book. I have no idea who did that or where that would be. We
Barry-
do have copies of the book
Barry
still.
Todd's wife did it the last time.
Who did?
But Barry Todd's wife, but she doesn't live anywhere around here now.
Because, I mean, we, as I said, you know, the big town map that's out of date as well, with the roads, we keep with a Sharpie in the EMS office, we've written those roads on because we like to know where things are.
If you could get a list of all the roads that you've added, and then maybe we could, I don't know, maybe we could get somebody to volunteer to figure out how to say it's off such and such a road or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
I was looking at mine the other night, something came up and it was a road I'd never heard of here in Woolwich.
Yeah,
And I was
that's-
trying to find it in that book, it's not in the book.
I mean, there are still roads that people add their private roads. They love to do that in some places.
Right.
And so we get the address come over the page and we're like, we have to ask them where it is because we have no idea.
Right, memory lane, I didn't, until we had
Right,
that.
right, situation.
We forgot
That
that one.
situation out there, I had no idea where memory lane was. you know.
Yeah, I meant to ask Mike one time, when things go into the 911 addressing and all that, and you
It
know.
might be.
Yeah, is there a, I mean, it's a database, but is there a map? I mean, does somebody keep updating some?
It would be nice to have.
Yeah.
It's the one we have. the one
I
that's
don't think our
downstairs,
property
too,
tax
so-
maps are anywhere near
No,
correct.
the one I just did for well, I basically took the one you did, the snow plowing, and you know, got it beefed up and all that, but I noticed that there's the private subdivision roads aren't on there. There's a
Yeah.
few missing, and it's constantly changing.
Right,
Yeah. Hmm.
so anyways, if you,
Yeah, I can look at that and see.
you
I
can
mean,
just get a list of the roads that you know
We
of,
know of.
and then maybe we could figure out how to get them into the book.
Yeah.
Maybe we could scan the book and
I'm sure we
scan
don't
it
know
in
them all,
and
but.
get it into the computer, so it would be something we could do. Okay.
Something we can do.
While I got the floor here, I am gonna just take a minute. I've been recently told that a lot of people in town don't think I'm doing anything because I always say no comment when it comes my turn to say something, but I just don't feel that, I'm lucky to have a very active board. And Jason and Tommy and Allison do a lot. They keep me informed of what they're doing, and so I stay in touch with that. And just for the heck of it, I made a list of what I've done here the last 2 weeks that, you know, just to let people know. I came down a couple weeks ago and checked the snow blower over and put gas in it, fired it up, made sure that that worked. I did some minor repairs in the employee's bathroom the other day. Kim and I did a letter to a very disgruntled taxpayer in Massachusetts that owns a rental property up here. We sent that off to her, probably not gonna make her happy. Had a meeting with Mike and Jason about a non-conforming lot up the north end. I plowed the church twice. I try to keep the church so we can get into it in the wintertime. I started the generator yesterday because it wouldn't start on its own, and then I came back around 5 o'clock and shut it off. Tomorrow night I have the initial meeting for the county budget committee. Woolwich is representative on that. And Friday morning at 9, I'm going to do the alarm company here, and at 10 I'm going to do the elevator. So if you guys are here Friday morning, I am going to be shutting the power off, but the generator hopefully will come right on, and if it doesn't, I'll start it. Because I have to run the generator so I can prove to the elevator company that it will make the elevator go up and down.
And if it's not gonna start for some reason, if you can, before you shut the power off, just open the ambulance bay door, because.
We're hopeful. We're very hopeful.
Hopefully the power will only be off for
Yeah.
15 to 20 seconds, but if it doesn't start, I'll run right out, get the thing started.
But Danny, there was a little glitch with the generator.
Yeah, I
They-
know.
Well, there's something, they came and did some work, and they didn't tell us about it last week, and so there was a little glitch, and they turned the breaker off, and so it turns out that things may not be quite as bad as we thought, right?
Right, I thought it had a coolant leak, but it turns out that they added coolant to it the other day, and I think the guy spilled some. Because I noticed it leaked, but when I started the motor, it stopped leaking. I think that's because the fan blew the antifreeze away, okay? So, you know, I thought, gee, that's odd. I've never seen an engine leak when it's not running, but leak when it is running. So.
And then the breaker.
And then Jason called me from down cellar and he says, the lights still aren't on. He said, check the breaker. And I looked down and the breaker, which is way down at the bottom of the thing, was shut off. So they must have, when the guy worked on it the other day, he must have shut off the breaker so he could run it and not have it, you know, foul up the building here. and he forgot to turn the breaker back on when he left. So it was a total misunderstanding all the way around, but I did get the thing running. We ran off in it for 4 hours or 5 hours yesterday while they were doing the pole changes out front. They unfortunately only did 3 of the 6, so I don't know, they're past us now, so I don't know if they'll unhook us when they come tomorrow or the next day or whenever. I don't know when they're coming back either. They never, first of all, this is an emergency building, right?
Yeah.
And they never gave us any notice that they were gonna be here yesterday. We weren't gonna have any power for 5 hours.
No, they did. They came in on Monday.
They came in on Monday.
Yeah, they told me. And I said, oh, we shouldn't have a problem because we have a generator. Kicked right up. And then he's like, okay, what time do you get here? I said 8 o'clock, and then he came in at 8:30 or whatever, and he turned the power off, and I was like, okay then, guess what?
So
he
anyways,
turned it back on, and I said, let me call my generator guy.
it is an automatic start generator.
Should be.
I'm the automatic start.
Yeah. I thought it was funny when you said, call your generator guy.
We're getting somewhere.
I'll call my generator guy.
All right, so anyways, but if you could look into that, just, if we could get a list of the roads that you've had.
And we can write down what we have and where they are and look at the map, and again, I'm sure we don't know them all, because,
Keep changing.
I mean, we haven't been called to every one of them yet, but.
Maybe we should make a requirement to the planning board whenever they authorize that they inform us in the town office and
We
the
don't
name
know,
of the
any
new
board, we don't know
subdivision.
when somebody's got a new road.
No.
Only
That would
if
be
it's
the
a
road
subdivision.
commissioner.
Well, wait a minute, so you only know about subdivision roads, right?
Right.
And the road commissioner would only know about town roads, not private roads. Mike issues 911 addresses and things like that, and he does
No.
put them into the system, but obviously, we need like this big map that changes all the time.
Yeah.
Because it does, it changes constantly.
Right.
I mean, people love to name their driveways.
Well, the ordinance says if you have 2 or more, you have to name it, period. And then there are some that want to name it anyway, right? I notice, and people, Tammy will tell me, I don't even know what that is. I never heard of that road, man. And I'm like, I'll go find it. But
I mean,
it is.
How do you, I had one, somehow somebody said something to me about Pacific Lane or something like that. I'm going,
You guys use Google Maps while you're driving?
Yeah, we have mapping apps and
Yeah.
on the
But-
iPad, and a lot of those roads aren't on there
Right.
yet, so.
all right,
Well, something to think
public
about.
comments, Debbie? Nothing?
No, nothing.
Town administrators report.
Hey, I had a comment.
Oh,
Oh, you got a comment?
Yeah. So I was riding down, headed towards Bath, and I noticed the welcome to Bath sign is in Woolwich. Right across from, the dairy queen.
What?
wow.
If you're in the southbound lane, headed just before the bridge,
Okay.
across from Morrison Doak, that little area there between that
Yeah.
and the Dairy Queen, there's a sign that says, welcome to the city of Bath. I can't believe no one's noticed this except me. Doesn't anybody look at the road signs?
Well, we do, but I guess I don't.
I haven't
The
seen
town line is in the middle of the bridge.
That's right. No, right. So they would have had to to do this properly. They would have had to obtain a sign permit. Well,
it's there.
wow, I can't visualize this.
It's a small
Maybe
metal
check that out and
sign.
send them a nasty letter and tell them.
Well, I did vote on it the other night. All kinds of
We can put a
stuff.
welcome to Woolwich on the back side.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, there's one halfway across says Woolwich.
Well, yeah, if you're crossing the bridge,
Doesn't
that's
say
the
welcome.
town.
Now we'll have to look for
What's
it.
that?
Doesn't say welcome.
You look on the way home, Kim, you'll see it. If you go-
She's going the other way.
I'll have to check
I
this
got us
out.
all curious. We're all going.
I think
It's a new sign.
The
New.
new sign.
Wow.
we'll have to have our codes enforcement officer send them a nasty letter and
It's not in
threaten them with a
compliance.
fine if they don't get a sign permit.
Yeah.
He usually does include sign permits in his report.
I can't believe you haven't noticed it. I mean,
I haven't noticed it. I have,
It's right off the road. You can't miss it.
welcome to the city. That's me.
See, everybody's looking at the corner from
I
it.
never leave town, so I don't know.
All right, now,
Yeah.
codes, town administrator's report.
All right, so tax bills are gonna go out next week, and I didn't know if there was any type of insert that needed to go. I mean, if you're sending out the newsletter, then I guess.
Oh,
I thought we talked about something, but I can't recall what it would be.
I thought we did too. Oh, so you're saying every 6 weeks there'll be another one?
You know,
About.
Yeah.
About that.
I mean, I definitely think this information about the meetings for the RSU is way.
The lady that was here with the transportation, the senior transportation, didn't she wanna put something in the tax bill or something?
I don't
Oh,
recall.
yeah, we talked about, was it age friendly? But we talked about it, but we decided against it because it didn't want to associate it with taxes. So they didn't want to put it in the tax bill. I forget exactly what it was.
I thought Marla said something about putting, so people would know that there is transportation.
Well, that went in the last insert.
Yeah, yeah.
We did that the last
All right,
one.
all right.
But I thought we talked about sending something out, and I can't remember or recall what it was.
Yeah.
I know we're going to be doing the tax club coming up. We're going to put an article in the,
Yeah, I mean, it seemed to be like anything we know of, town meeting date,
yeah.
all that school information.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
So I'll be getting something together, so if anybody can think of
Yeah.
what they would like to have go on an insert,
Yeah,
then let me know before Monday, and
all right,
because I'm gonna ship it off to get it printed, so we can start getting money coming in.
yeah, that's great, Kim, thank you.
And I wanted to congratulate Tony on getting the solar array output on the website. I just happened to go on and I went, what? What is this? I was very happy to see that, and so was Mr. Stoner.
Yeah, yeah, you
So-
caught that right away.
Well, he came in that day and I said, guess what, Tom? And he was like, wow.
Yeah.
So I know I've already talked to you, but I kind of wanted it out in public that we are going to go out to bid for the mowing this coming spring. So I will advertise that and send it out probably next week, see what we get
Yeah.
before the town meeting so we can get some kind of idea. And I had reached out quite a while ago to get the building cleaned off because there always just seems to be so many bugs on it and it never got really taken care of. So the person that did it last time actually called me last week, Trevor, and wanted to set up a time, and we discussed doing it in 2 different time slots, so that way he's gonna come in like May and clean off the old bugs that never got cleaned off, and then he's gonna come back in like September when all the bugs are dead and clean them off again. And so it's like a price of $900, so $450 for each.
Does he bring his own water supply?
He does.
Okay.
I believe so.
Well, if he doesn't, he's gonna need about 100 feet of hose. because
All he's gonna do is the
the
side
only-
building and the front.
Yeah,
That's
but
all
the-
he's gonna do.
The problem I ran into the day I was gonna do it, I brought down my pressure washer, but then I couldn't use it because I didn't have 100 feet of hose, because the only garden hose
Assembly.
outlet is way down on the far end
He
of the
did it the
building.
last time and he didn't seem to have a problem, so,
Okay.
and I don't know, he wasn't here when he showed it, because it was over the weekend, I
Yeah,
believe.
yeah, we hired a company last fall, and that, to me, that price is very reasonable.
Yeah.
So $450 a whack. We hired a company to do a couple different buildings that we involved in, and they did have their own water, but then we provided some water. Because the well, with the drought, one was a church and this, that, and the other. But I think it's a good idea, and if you
No, I have
if you
no
could just
Oh
clarify
yeah,
that.
the bugs are disgusting, it's horrible.
Well, it is. It's the lights.
Summer.
The lights draw all the
Yeah, and I
bugs.
don't know if we can get different light bulbs or whatever, that would probably be helpful.
Well, the sad part is the lights that are even over at the poles reflect on the building, and they
Yeah.
draw all the.
Yeah, I mean, come
stuff to
summertime,
it.
it's
Yeah.
just disgusting to come in at the front door, because it's just
Yeah.
loaded with dead bugs. And then I got an email from MMA saying that we are in very good standings with the Workers' Comp Safety Incentive Program, that all our documentation is good to go, the safety practices, all that stuff, so
Excellent.
yay, save some money on that. And that's all I have.
Okay.
Very good.
Road commissioner's not here tonight. Codes officer, 2 building permits, both residential roof solar, 1 internal plumbing permit. Assisted in 2 lot issues, Chalk Cross Road and Baker Drive, submitted annual report, attended an online floodplain training. EMS director.
Make it short and sweet. We had 28 calls in January, 27 patients, 16 transported. We called MC1 4 times and Bath and Wiscasset once each. We also responded mutual aid to Georgetown once. So far in February, we've had 5 calls with 5 patients and 4 transports. waiting on electronics to schedule the repair of the on-spots and the patient compartment camera. So they're waiting on parts or something. Also, the new LifePak 15 monitor was ordered. As I talked to Kim, worried about tax money coming in. They said it's about a 9-week wait to get it in, and it won't be invoiced until it gets here. So. The replacement AED batteries were also ordered, and I was able to get them for under $273 each instead of the $340 list price, so we saved some money there. So, and that's it.
Very good.
Thank you. Fire chief's report. Reminder he's not here because he had surgery Tuesday. He got a quote here for 6 air tank bottles. They're looking to get them approved. Since the last meeting, had 7 calls since the last board meeting. I was notified Monday the remainder of our $25,000 grant has shipped and is expected to arrive in the coming week. It's the poly cribbing set for auto extras. And the bottles he wants to buy, the 6 bottles, come to $6,708. That's $1,118 a piece. And if we order them now, we'll get ahead of the price increase, which is going into effect 4/1/26. Has the money in his budget to cover them? So a motion to allow him to buy them?
So moved. Second.
Those in favor?
I did note, David, I think it says that the price is good though, $331. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I don't know how we
it'll
are.
be a little,
The price is only good till 3/31 because the increase is gonna be on 4/1.
Right, but what I mean was if for financial cash flow
Financial,
reasons, if we had to wait 2 or 3 weeks,
Yeah,
right.
absolutely.
Right.
Throw it out there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it doesn't need to be sent off right now.
Absolutely.
Okay, we need appointment of Tegan and Janelle as deputy registrars.
I would move that we appoint Tegan and Janelle as deputy registrars.
Second?
Those in favor? Anything else on old business, anybody? There are none? Bank reconciliation?
Bank reconciliation, so, the most current one I have is at the end of November. I am almost completed with December, just because I don't usually get them till the middle of the month. As of the end of November, we had 1.8 in the bank. As of today, our current balance is about 680,000. We owe a school payment, which is 455,000. So we're gonna be unskinny. But I think that if we send the tax bills out within the next week or so, then people will start paying. I think we'll be fine. I'm just gonna have to watch with the snow plowing. But I think we, if I compared to last year, where we were in February, we were down to like, I don't want to say it was March, I think we were down to like 125,000 in money, and that's why we needed the tax anticipation note. So I think we might be okay.
We should be slowly building up our fund
Yeah.
balance.
Yeah.
With, if you guys remember, with the
We're getting
overlay
there.
and the other things, and hopefully.
How long does it take to get it, if we all of a sudden decide we do need to get one, how long did it take?
I want to say it's probably 2 weeks, if that's max, but I don't think it's going to take, I don't think we'll need one, not unless we have some catastrophic thing. I think we'll be okay.
Okay, it looks dire, we should get a hold of the bank in a hurry.
Yeah, well, I have to reach out to Pretty Flaherty, the
Yeah.
attorney, because Cameron is the one that gets the paperwork ready.
Yeah. Oh, but we're good for a couple of weeks anyway.
I think we're okay. I mean, I'm up and checking the bank, and I think we're all right. I think we're okay.
Okay, abatement. Oh, this is a good one. Quinnen. This is James B. Quinnen. It's a little house that burned down.
Yeah.
We had the original assessment of $81,000 on it for the land, but it's an unbuildable lot, so they've reduced it to $32,700. and we're gonna abate $492.66. Motion to grant this?
So moved.
Second?
Those in favor?
That's the one I was thinking.
Yes, and so that lot, as you know, they've lost their window of,
Well, the only way they could build it is now they had to buy some more land.
right, merge it with the lot that's next to it. That would be the right thing to do.
That's it, yeah, really.
Yeah. Okay, foreclosure letter.
Yes.
For Larky.
Yes.
This is under 36 MRS 943C, the new way that we have to do foreclosures. So what we have to do is we have to send a letter to the former owner.
Letting her know what the process is.
And let them know how the process works. And we need the motion to sign this letter and send it. This is that very difficult one that we've got to send this to Elizabeth Larkin, who is the, whether she wants to be or not, she's the heir to that property, but she wants nothing to do with it. So I don't know if we're ever gonna hear back from her. So I don't know what we do at that point. But anyways, a motion to send this letter?
So moved?
Second?
Those in favor?
Yes, I'm kind of hoping that when she gets the letter, because this is the one that Brian Johnson.
Right, Meadow Road property.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
the property was left to her grandsons, or, yeah, to her sons, to his grandson. And so everything's gone through probate and it's been transferred, but now, Brian, the last time he talked to her, she said that she doesn't think that the town can do what they say we're gonna do, so,
Yeah.
there we go.
Yeah, right.
We're gonna do what we say we're
Do
gonna
you,
do.
have you spoken to her?
I've left her messages,
Yeah.
she will not return my phone
That's the
call.
trouble we had, yeah.
I'm like, you have to understand that this is, the town owns this property.
Yeah.
And it would be in your best interest to get with Brian, but,
I know, it's so sad.
and
because-
so I'm
Yours-
gonna send that and hopefully get a rise out of her.
Yeah.
Over a year ago, I called up there and left several detailed messages. I would never talk to a human. All I ever talked to was an answering machine. And I kept telling her, sell it to Ryan next door. He wants to buy it. Rather than lose it for non-payment of taxes and get nothing out of it, sell it to your neighbor.
Right. Because all we're gonna do is incur costs.
Right.
That's what it says in
That will
there.
drive that up, even if we don't, you know, and I know we're gonna get the money and all.
And what I would like, and I'm trying to get a hold of, Brian to find out, how much he has spent in attorney fees so
Right,
far. And
right.
see if I can roll that in there as well, of what is gonna come out of her proceeds for that, because
Yeah.
she said that he could buy the property and he took his money to, hire lawyers and do title searches and,
Yeah.
so he's out quite a bit of money and now she doesn't wanna
Right.
do
I
anything
mean,
about it. It's very disappointing.
He had a deal worked out.
Oh, yeah,
Where
yeah.
he was gonna buy the property.
Yeah.
And he spent quite a lot of his own money,
Yeah.
and then she reneged. She just said, it's not our property, it's not my
Yeah.
property, I know I don't want anything to do with it. So,
Yeah, I think her words
okay,
were.
motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Yeah.
Second. Okay.